Check, check. All right. Good morning, everyone. Let me start today's class with a concept which is related to three-phase induction motor, and it is called as slip and its importance. Later, we will move to some numerical problems, and later on, we are going to move with the applications related to three-phase induction motor, and we are going to discuss certain concept, which is a very important concept, which is called as necessity of starter. Okay, so we are going to discuss these two topics later after this video. It's a small video what I wanted to share with you along with the classroom sessions. Here in the first topic, what I told you, which is the necessity of starter. Okay, why do we need to go for starter? What is the necessity of starter? Next, after the necessity of starter, what are the applications of three-phase induction motors? What are the applications of three-phase induction motors? Three-phase induction motors. All right. So now this is the two topics which are there, and we are going to discuss what do you generally mean by slip first. All right. So when I talk about slip, so I know that the concept of rotating magnetic field, which is NS, it rotates. Okay. The concept of rotating magnetic field, it rotates when I call it as rotating magnetic field. Okay. When I talk about it, it is called as rotating magnetic field. So it is rotating at a speed that is NS, which is synchronous speed. Okay, which is synchronous speed. All right, so synchronous speed, which is mentioned in revolutions per minute. Okay, so I call here NS as the revolutions per minute. Now, the stator, we generally call it to be the stator currents which are energized, and the concept of rotating magnetic field, which is having a synchronous speed of NS. Okay, so which is the synchronous speed in RPM. Now, I have the rotor speed, which I call it as NR. Okay, I call this as NR, which is the rotor speed. Now you see that I have NS and I have NR. So what happens if NS equals NR? I'll be having no induction. Okay, no induction which is there. Okay, when I call it as no induction, that is completely the EMF induced on the rotor conductors will be equal to 0. So EMF on rotor conductors, EMF on rotor conductors will be equal to 0. Will be equal to 0. Now, always we are having NR less than NS because you need to have finite value of EMF. So we need to have some EMF. So we generally call it to be the finite EMF. So that is the reason why NR is always less than NS. So the rotor tries to catch up with the synchronous speed, that is the rotor speed tries to catch up with the synchronous speed. So that's the reason why the slip. Okay, so we generally call when I slip. Okay, so that's where you will be having the concept of slip in a three-phase induction motor. So slip in the three-phase induction motor. So generally the slip is expressed as percentage of slip, that is S. Okay, percentage of slip, that is NS minus NR divided by NS into 100. Okay, so NS minus NR divided by NS into 100. So that is where I call it as the percentage of slip. So percentage of slip, that is S, that is given by NS minus NR divided by NS, that is into 100. Okay, that is into 100. So now if I want to find out what is the rotor speed, okay, so if I want to find out rotor speed, so if I write it as NR or if I write it as N, that is one and the same. So it is given by NS times 1 minus S. So NR, which is equal to the rotor speed, it is given as NS times 1 minus S. So N equals NS times 1 minus S. So what happens when slip equals 0? So that will be when the machine is not in a running condition. I'll be having n equal to ns. So only when slip is equal to 0. We call this condition to be not in running condition, not in running, or it is at standstill. Okay, we call it as standstill condition, not in running condition. Okay, not in running condition or standstill condition. Okay, the motor is not rotating. Okay, that is what we call it as standstill condition. Now, if I have yes to be equal to 1, yes to be equal to 1, what will happen? So now n will be equal to 0. Okay, so n will be equal to 0. All right, so now if I have the two values, so that will be from 0 to ns. Okay, so the rotor, okay, so the rotor will be not in a running condition. All right, so once I have n equals ns times 1 minus s, so when I give s equals 1, the value of slip, that is equal to 1, or the percentage is 100%. So n will be equal to ns times 1 minus 1. So that will be 1 minus 1, which is equal to 0, and n, which will be equal to 0. All right, so n will be equal to 0 there. So now I have n is equal to ns and n is equal to 0. All right, that is where you are going to have n equals ns times 1 minus s as the equation. All right, so that is where you are going to get the values of slip, that is from 2 to 6% of the slip. That is the value of s, which lies from 0.02 to 0.06. So that is where the value of the slip will be generally present. All right, so this is the slip value that is there. Now, if I know the slip value, I can calculate the frequency of the rotor. Frequency of the rotor. Frequency of a rotor. Okay, so which I generally say, so frequency of the rotor, once when I have this rotor speed. So one more thing what I missed out is what is slip speed, which is ns minus nr. Slip speed is generally given as ns minus nr. Okay, so now if I have this, it is written as 120 into fr divided by p. Okay, 120 into fr divided by p. Now once when I call this ns minus nr equals 120 into fr by p, ns will be equal to 120 into f divided by p. This is the rotating magnetic field speed. Okay, so I have this equation 1 and equation 2. All right, so now I have 2 by 1 if I want to write it. So that would be ns divided by ns minus nr. That would be equal to 120 f divided by p into p divided by 120 into fr. So that is where I'll be having the equation as ns divided by ns minus nr, that will be equal to f divided by fr. All right, so now if I have this value, okay, if I have this value, I'll just interchange it. Fr, that would be equal to, this value is generally taken as 1 divided by s. Okay, 1 divided by s. If you check it, s will be given as ns minus nr divided by ns. So that would be fr equals s into f. So fr, that is the rotor frequency. That is the rotor frequency. That is the rotor frequency, which is fr, that would be equal to s into f. So fr will be equal to s into f. So where f is the frequency in hertz. So now the rotor frequency will be in the range of 2 hertz to 5 hertz. 2 hertz to 5 hertz. All right, so that is where the rotor frequency. So unless specified as synchronous speed, so you have to consider the given speed as the rotor speed, as we do it in the numerical problems in the upcoming slides. Okay, now we'll go on to the numerical problems with this approach of understanding slip and its importance. So let me start with numerical problems. Numerical problems on three-phase induction motor. Numerical problems on three-phase induction motor. Numerical problems on three-phase induction motor. All right. So I'll have this numerical problems on three-phase induction motor to be discussed. Let me start with one simple problem. A three-phase four-pole, 400 volt, 50 hertz, 400 volt, 50 hertz induction motor, 400 volt, 50 hertz induction motor runs with the speed of 1440 rpm. 1440 rpm. Calculate its slip. Okay. Now this is the problem where we are going to have the numerical problems on three-phase. This is a typical problem that I have. So let us go with the solution. So how do I do it? So ns is given by 120 into f divided by p. ns equals 120 f divided by p. So now I have this frequency f equals 50 hertz, and number of poles, I have the number of stator poles, which is equal to 4. Let me substitute it here. ns equals 120 into 50 divided by what is p, that is 4. Okay, so now I have ns equals 120 into 50 divided by 4. So I have, so 4 ones are 4 30s are, okay, so I'll have ns, that will be 1500 rpm. 1500 rpm. Okay, so I have ns, which is generally I call this ns to be synchronous speed. I have this ns, I call it to be the synchronous speed, which is ns equals 1500 rpm. So this is the supply frequency what I have. This one is the number of stator poles. Now this is the voltage level. So how do I generally say it is a single phase or a three phase? So look at the voltage level. I can generally call that to be a three-phase induction motor which runs at 1440 rpm. Now the given speed is always taken as rotor speed. The given speed is always taken as rotor speed, which is nr, which is given in the problem as 1440 rpm. 1440 rpm. All right. Now I got what is nr. I know what is ns from this equation. ns equals 120 f by p. All right. Now how to calculate the slip? Okay. How to calculate the slip? Now what is the general equation of the slip? What I have, that is ns minus nr divided by ns. Okay. Now what is ns? 1500 minus 1440 divided by 1500. Okay. Now, so what is the difference? That is 60 divided by 1500. Okay. So I get the value of slip as, okay. So what I get the value of slip? So 6 divided by 150, that is 60 divided by 1500. So I'll be getting the value of slip as 4% or 0.04. Okay, 0.04. All right. So that's the value of slip. So you can, if you can simplify it, so it is 2 3s are 75s are, all right, 1s are, and it is 25. All right. So the value of slip is said to be 0.04. The percentage of slip is said to be 4%. The percentage of slip is said to be 4%. All right. So this is how you can calculate the value of slip. Okay. Let us move on to the next problem. It is given as the rotor frequency in the problem. It goes like this. The frequency of EMF. The frequency of EMF in the stator of a 4-pole induction motor, of a 4-pole induction motor, of a 4-pole induction motor is 50 hertz, is 50 hertz, and in the rotor, and in the rotor, and in the rotor is 1.5 hertz, 1.5 hertz. What is the slip? What is the slip? What is the slip? And at what speed? And at what speed? And at what speed is the motor running? And at what speed is the motor running? All right. Now, frequency of EMF, which is given in the stator. Okay, the frequency, which is nothing but we take this to be the supply frequency. Okay, 50 hertz is taken as the supply frequency, and FR, which is the frequency in the rotor, which is 1.5 hertz. So number of poles in the machine is a 4-pole machine. Okay, now I need to calculate the synchronous speed. How do I do it? It is 120 into F divided by P. All right, so I can write it as 120 into 50 divided by 4, which is NS as 1500 RPM. So this is the synchronous speed. This is the synchronous speed. This is the synchronous speed, which is 1500 RPM. Okay, so now I can calculate what is the speed of the motor running. What is the speed of the motor running? What I mean, it is not the synchronous speed, it is the rotor speed. It is the rotor speed, which I generally call it to be NR. Which I generally call it to be NR. So how it is given? It is given as NS into 1 minus S. So I got the value of NS. So how do I find S? So we know the relation between rotor frequency and supply frequency. What it is? FR equals S into F. FR equals S into F. So the value of S, which is the slip, is given by 1.5 divided by 50, which is given as 0.03, which will be equal to 3%, which will be equal to 3%. Now, which value to post here? Okay, which value to use it in the equation, which is 1 minus S 0.03. Okay, the value of NS is 1500 into 1 minus 0.03. All right, so I have the rotor speed as, okay, I have the rotor speed. What is the value? 1 minus 0.03, it is 0.07 that I have. Okay, so I can multiply with 1500 and you can get the answer. Okay, so let me do that now. I got 1500. Okay, 1500. Let me do what is 1 minus 0.03. Okay, which is 0.97. Okay, so 0.97 into 1500, which is 1455 RPM. 1455 RPM. So which is the rotor speed. All right, so which is the rotor speed. Rotor speed is given as NR, which will be 1455 RPM, which is 1455 RPM. All right, so now this is how you can do certain problems. Okay, so well, let me move on to the next one. Okay, let me move on to the next one. Okay, so these type of problems are repeatedly asked in the simple problems aspects. Okay, and see to it that you are going to do such problems without any cause. Okay, without any like disturbance or something like that. It would be quite easy for you to solve it. All right, so now we can gently go for the next problem. I'll finish it off quite quickly. This is the last problem, and yes, so the problem states like this: a three-phase 6-pole, a three-phase 6-pole, which is 60 hertz, 60 hertz induction motor, 60 hertz induction motor, 60 hertz induction motor has a frequency of has a frequency of has a frequency of 1.8 hertz, has a frequency of 1.8 hertz in the rotor, in the rotor, 1.8 hertz in the rotor. Find the synchronous speed, find the synchronous speed, find the synchronous speed, find the synchronous speed and slip at full load. Always remember, whatever the value that you are calculating for slip, it is assumed to be at full load condition always. So you will not get a problem as half load, you will always get it as full load only. Okay, now let me solve this quickly. So we need to find the synchronous speed and slip. So how do you find synchronous speed? Ns 120 F divided by P, that is 120 into, that is 60 divided by 6. So 6 ones are 6 tens are, that is 1200 RPM, that is revolutions per minute. Okay, 1200 RPM. Next, I got slip. Okay, so now I have the rotor frequency as 1.8 hertz, 1.8 hertz, and the frequency is 60 hertz, and the frequency is 60 hertz. S will be equal to FR divided by F, that is 1.8 divided by 60, that will be equal to 0.03, that will be equal to 3%. Okay, that will be equal to 3%. Okay, so this is the value of slip. This is the value of slip. Okay, so this is how you are going to calculate the value of slip, which is 3%. Okay, so let us understand what we did here. We calculated the synchronous speed. Next, if you want to find out the equations, okay, so this is the slip which is relating the rotor frequency. S will be equal to FR by F. Okay, so that will be the slip, which is 3%. Okay, so let me stop it here, and in the upcoming class or the upcoming video, let me discuss about the applications and necessity of starter. And I have 2 more problems to be discussed. I'll do it and I'll post another video shortly. Okay, so see to it that you are going through this video till the complete end of it. Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you.